Good evening, guys. Hello, good evening, students. Kshita, Amruta, good evening. Sanyu, how are you? Vita.
Group with this,
Good evening, students. I'm just waiting for the host. Host need to be changed. That's the reason I'm waiting.
Okay, sir.
ఎర్రడే దోచుకోమన్నా అలాంటి దోచుకోమన్నాను.
Good evening, students. We are discussing a few numericals and its applications over the theorem. So far, we completed. I mentioned it is 9 theorems, but some theorems are the applications of the theorems what I gave. The syllabus. This is our syllabus. If I am going back to the syllabus, the first one is Thales theorem or basic proportionality theorem. The second one is converse of the basic proportionality theorem. After that, we done applications. Next one is criteria, similarity criteria. So angle criteria, and this is SAS criteria. This is angle criteria. Corresponding sides of two triangles are proportional. Their corresponding angles are, so this is SSS. If the one angle of a triangle is equal to another angle of triangle, this is SAS. It's also done. Perpendicular drawn from the vertex of a right angle triangle. The three triangles are similar to each other. This also we done based on one or two numericals we done. So this is a concept related to areas of similar triangles. Areas of similar triangles. Next one is Pythagoras theorem, converse of Pythagoras theorem. This is only the left for us, but based on 7th theorem we are having two more applications. Based on 7th theorem in the syllabus copy we are having three more applications. Today we are going to discuss areas of the similar triangles concept. Areas of the similar triangles. Areas of the similar triangles. It's very simple. Suppose if I am having two similar triangles, that means I am confirming these two triangles, the given two triangles are similar. The ratio of the areas of two similar triangles, the ratio of area of two similar triangles. I'm having two similar triangles. I'm taking the ratio of their areas is equal to the square of the ratio of equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. It is very simple. Based on our previous theorems, we are going to discuss. To solve this theorem, to prove this theorem, we need only two formulas. One is area of a triangle. The second one is if a perpendicular drawn from this ABC, this perpendicular is dividing into the ABC into two triangles, ADB and ADC. Here ABC, ADC, ADB are similar. If I am keep it in mind, this similar triangles. Similar. With these 2 points, I can able to prove this theorem very easily. I can able to prove this theorem very easily. Yeah. So go back to the discussion. So what is the given data, guys? Sanyu, what is the given data in this theorem? There are 2 triangles. They are similar. Whenever 2 triangles are similar, what I can take from that? I'm having triangle ABC.
Their angles are corresponding angles are equal, sir.
Correct. And corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Triangle PQR. If I'm saying what is the given data here? Given data is triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. That means indirectly what is saying? Angle A is equal to angle P. I am writing angle A is equal to angle P. Angle B is equal to angle Q. And angle C is equal to angle R. Then the corresponding sides are AB is corresponding with PQ. It's not equal, just I am saying corresponding sides. BC is corresponding to QR and AC is corresponding to PR. So if 2 triangles are similar to each other, the ratios are also corresponding ratios are also same. So another given data is what? AB by PQ will be equal to BC by QR will be equal to AC by PR. This is also another given data. 4 equations I can develop from the given data. Corresponding angles are same, corresponding sides ratios are same. So what I have to prove? What is the proof? What I have to prove? The areas, the area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle PQR. Area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle PQR will be equal to squares of the corresponding sides. AB by PQ whole square, BC by QR whole square, AC by PR whole square. Man, silent one. Guys, just hold on a second. Sorry for the disturbance, guys. Yeah, this is I have to prove. So I have to take one construction. So what is the area of the triangle formula, guys? We can use the 2 formulas. One is half into base into height. Using that formula only we are going to discuss. So to form the area of the triangle, I need a construction. What kind of constructions will be helpful to find the area of the triangle here? Students, if I am drawing an altitude from any vertex, if I am drawing an altitude, then it will be easy. Suppose if AD is the altitude to BC, then the area of ABC is equal to half into BC into height is AD. Suppose if I am taking a perpendicular from P, which is meeting QR at M. So this QR is base for PQR and PM is the height. Area of PQR is equal half into QR into height PM. This is height of the PQR. This is the base. Corresponding height is PM. So here this is the base and this is the height. Is this clear, guys? How I am calculating the area of the triangles? Students, Sanyu, Harita, is it clear what I am doing?
Yes, sir.
Now, I am taking the ratio of the areas, constructions. What is the construction I took to calculate the area? Draw AD perpendicular to BC and PM perpendicular to QR. Then proof. My aim is I have to prove the ratio of the areas is equal to square of the corresponding sides. My aim is to prove the, so I am taking the left hand side of the proof, that is area of the triangle ABC divided by area of triangle ABC. This is a symbol. Instead of writing area, always area of triangle PQR. With the help of the half into base into height, half into the base of ABC is BC into height is AD divided by half into QR into PM. So half cancel. I am getting BC by QR into AD by PM. AD by PM. This is one of the important result where if I am replacing AD by PM is equal to BC by QR, then my job is done. If I am able to prove BC by QR is equal to AD by PM, then I will get the BC by QR whole ratio. So this ratio I am getting. Is it clear, guys, what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
So I am taking now from the previous theorem. If a perpendicular drawn from the vertex of a one vertex of a triangle to the opposite side, what I can say? PQR. This is M. ABC and PQ are similar to each other. Given ABC and PQ are similar. So I can write from the given AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR is equal to CA by RP corresponding, or AC by PR corresponding sides. This is my second expression. This is my third equation I am taking. So angle B is equal to angle D, sorry, angle Q. That is also given. Corresponding angles are same in similar triangles. And angle B is equal to angle Q. I am proving angle B is equal to angle Q. And angle ADB is equal to angle ADB is equal to angle PMQ. This is from construction, both are equal to 90 degrees. Will you agree? Angle ADB is 90, angle PMQ is also 90. From this, what I can write? If two angles of two triangles are equal, I can say triangle ADB similar to triangle PMQ. A criterion of similarity. Is everyone will accept this one? Understand guys how I proved ABD and PMQ are similar?
Yes, sir.
So if ADB and PMQ are similar, what are the corresponding sides? AB by AD by PM will be equal to DB by MQ will be equal to AB by PQ. Do you agree with me? This is my fourth equation. See here, from the equation 1, AB by PQ is equal to two other ratios. This is my equation 1 I am taking. See here. This is from the given. We know AB by PQ is equal to how much? We know from above AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR is equal to CA by RP is equal to, from the fourth equation, this will be equal to how much? AD by PM. AD by PM. Understand guys what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So if AD by PM, this AD by PM can replace with any one of these three ratios. If AD by PM is replacing with, I'm bringing the first equation here. Area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle PQR, I wrote as how much? BC by QR into AD by PM. So from this fifth equation, this can be rewrite as BC by QR into BC by QR. This is BC by QR whole square. Very simple. So from this equation. Same using the fifth equation, my BC by QR can be replaced with, see what is a BC by QR? AB by PQ. What is AB by PQ? AD by PM also can be replaced with AD by PQ. So this can be written as AD by PQ into AD by PQ. That is equal to AD by PQ whole square. What is the value of AD by PQ? It can be BC by QR, it can be AC by PR or CA by RP. CA by RP whole square. So one ratio is enough to prove, because BC by QR is replaced by AB by PQ, or BC by QR can be replaced with CA by RP. So my area of the triangle ABC, if two triangles are similar and the area of the triangles ratio, their area of the triangles ratio is equal to squares of the corresponding sides of the triangles. AD by PQ whole square is equal to BC by QR whole square is equal to CA by RP whole square. This is a recurrent proof for us. Is it clear, guys? I used only two things. The previous theorem. What is the previous theorem? The concept of the previous theorem. Even I didn't use the whole theorem. Just I'm using the similarity concept, angle similarity concept. And one more thing is, I'm using area of the triangle formula, half into base into height. It's two things only I'm using. Is it clear? Students, is it clear? What is the area of the similar triangles?
Yes, sir.
Shall I go for the one more theorem? Pythagoras theorem. In a right angle triangle, eighth one. In a right angle triangle, the square on the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two sides of the right triangle. This is the proof of the Pythagoras theorem. What is the Pythagoras theorem says? The longest side of the right angle triangle is equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two sides. That is only the Pythagoras theorem says. Or the side which is opposite to 90 degrees is the square of this side which is opposite to 90 degrees is equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two sides. In a right triangle, so this is Pythagoras theorem and this is like converse of the Pythagoras theorem. This is the given data and I have to prove hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two sides. And if a triangle is in such a way, the longest side square is sum of the squares of the remaining two sides, then it is called right angle. Then it is a right triangle. So opposite to the Pythagoras theorem, that is called converse of Pythagoras theorem. So we are going to discuss the eighth one. The name of the eighth theorem in your syllabus is Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. The statement. This is the 11th theorem we are discussing. In a right angle triangle or right triangle, both are same. In a right triangle, the square of the hypotenuse, is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. Sum of the squares of the other two sides. Suppose if I am taking a right angle triangle like this. Based on the definition of the right angle triangle, the side which is opposite to right angle triangle is called hypotenuse. ABC is a right triangle where the right angle is at B. Sorry, I'm taking at A. BAC is a right angle triangle where right angle at A. The side which is opposite to right angle is known as we have division algorithm for the board exam. Let me check after this theorem, Aditi. Yeah. So here BC is hypotenuse. So what is the given data here? The given data is ABC is a right triangle and right angle at A. So the BC is hypotenuse. So this is the definition of the hypotenuse in a right angle triangle. Need to prove. What I have to prove? The square of the hypotenuse BC square is equal to AB square plus AC square. This is a proof I have to do. AB square plus AC square. Construction. Draw a perpendicular from A to BC. Simple. From A, draw AD perpendicular to BC. So to understand, I am writing this diagram like this. Will you remember the last class one theorem, perpendicular drawn from a right angle to the opposite side will divide the triangle into two parts. All the three triangles, including ABC, ABD, and ADC, are similar to each other. That concept we are going to bring here. So AD is perpendicular to BC. This whole is right angle. B and C together is right angle. Because in a right angle, one angle is 90, sum of the remaining two angles also 90 degrees. Now, so proof. The proof is very simple because so many theorems we have done. From those theorems only we are going to bring the concept of this one. I want to prove BC square. How I can bring the square of the BC? How I can bring the square of the BC? That is very much important here. The squares and concept all are be very easy. If I am taking left side, I can able to prove right side like that I can take. Like if I am taking BC square, it is sum of the BD plus DC, like that I can able to prove. It is a sum of the BD plus DC, like that I can prove. So in DBA, from triangle DBA and triangle ABC, how I can prove both are similar? I can say angle ABD is equals angle ABC. Same angle or common angle. Angle ADB is equals angle BAC. I have to take two triangles like this. This is one triangle ADB. This is another triangle. What are the proof you done for the ninth theorem? The same proof. Angle B is equal to angle B. Angle D is equal to angle A, BAC. So both are 90 degrees from the given. So two angles of it, two triangles are same. Then I can say triangle DBA is similar to triangle ABC because at D it is right angle. Here at A it is right angle. Triangle ABC. What is the condition, Harita, here? What I have to write here? AA similarity criterion, correct? Now, so from here, I can give the ratios of the corresponding sides. Opposite to right angle AB, opposite to right angle is here, sorry. AB opposite to right angle is BC here. So I can write AB by BC is equals BD by AB. In these two triangles, the opposite to right angle is this one. Here opposite to right angle is this one. Angle B opposite is this one, and angle B opposite is this is one. So remaining is this one. BD is similar to AB. So this is my equation. So from here I can write the square of AB square is equal to product of BC into BD. AD. The product of BC into BD. This is my first equation. Yes, you are audible, Harita. Now, same as I am taking the remaining two triangles with the triangle ABC and remaining triangle. I am taking this is a triangle. What is this triangle? ADC and this is ABC. Same proof I am repeating again. Same steps with this triangle. Angle C is common to angle C. Angle A is common to angle D. Both are 90 degrees. So two angles are same in ADC and ABC. So it is similar. So from triangle ADC and DBC, because ADC is starting with right angle, here D is also right angle. triangle ADC and sorry DAC, not DBC, guys. This is wrong. DAC, and this is ABC. Triangle ABC and DAC. Triangle ABC and DAC. Angle ACD is equal to angle ACB. Angle ACD is equal to angle ACB. Same angle. And angle A, that is angle ADC, will be equal to angle BAC. Both are 90 degrees. So from here, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DAC. AA similarity criteria. AA similarity criterion. From AA similarity criterion. So if these two triangles are similar to each other, I can say AC by BC, corresponding sides are in same ratio, DC by AC. How I am writing AC by BC? See, the opposite to angle D is AC. Here opposite to 90 degrees is BC. So AC by BC is equal to, the opposite to C is AD. Opposite to C is AB here. So the remaining is AC and DC. So DC and AC are corresponding, AC and BC are corresponding. So from here I can write AC square is equal to BC into DC. This is my second equation. This is my second equation. So if I am adding equation 1 and 2. So what are the ninth theorem? The perpendicular drawn from the right angle vertex to the opposite side. Using that concept only, I am proving this Pythagoras theorem. From the equation 1 and 2, what we can get if I am adding? Add equation 1 and 2. Equation 1 represents AB square. Equation 2 represents AC square. That will be equal to BD into BC plus BC into DC. D is a point here somewhere. If I am taking BC common, I am getting BD plus DC. So D is a point on BC, then it will be BC into BC. That will be equal to BC square. Is it clear, guys, what I'm saying? So AB square plus AC square is equal to BC square. Since line BDC, this is BDC line, BC is equal to BD plus DC. From the diagram or from the construction, D is a point on BC. So the BC line is dividing into two parts, that is BD and DC. So sum of the BD and DC is nothing but BC. So AB square plus AC square is equal to BC square, and this is known as proof. This statement is known as Pythagoras theorem. Is it clear, guys, how I proved Pythagoras theorem? It's simple. This result, the above result is known as, this result is known as Pythagoras theorem. Is it clear? How to prove the Pythagoras theorem? The same proof I am doing 2 times in this. That's it. One is with the triangle. If I am taking ABC is one triangle, this is second triangle, this is third triangle, and first triangle is ABC. ABC, DBA, one triangle, one set. ABC, DAC is another side. From the 2 results, I can able to prove Pythagoras theorem. Students, any doubts from how to prove the Pythagoras theorem? Anywhere, any step? Please let me know, guys.
Sir, can you say how AC by BC is equal to DC by AC, sir?
Which one?
Sir, AC, sir, equation 2, sir.
This one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That one.
You understand this step?
Yes, sir, I understood that one.
This one.
Yes, sir, I understood that.
So then I can say ABC is similar to DAC.
Yes, sir, by a similarity
Yeah.
criteria.
So what is the side opposite to 90 degrees in this triangle?
Sir, AC.
What is the side opposite to 90 degrees?
Sir, BC.
So AC and BC are corresponding.
Yes, sir.
So AC by BC ratio will be equal to, what is the side opposite to B, angle B? Or what is the side opposite to angle C? AD. What is the side opposite to C? AB. The remaining is AC and AC, correct?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, remaining is CD and AC. So the corresponding side of, see, I'm saying the side which is opposite to 90 degrees is AC, the side which is opposite to 90 degrees in ABC is BC. So my BC is corresponding to AC. Are you clear, man, this step?
Yes, sir.
The side opposite to C is AD. Here the C is also same angle, C and C. Here it is AB.
Yes, sir.
What is the remaining side, man? BC gone, AB gone. What is the remaining side? AC is corresponding to remaining side of AC gone, AD gone, CD. Got it?
Yes, sir, I got it.
So if I am cross multiplying, AC into AC will be equal to cross multiplying. You know how to do cross multiplying?
Yes, sir.
Into AC will be equal to DC into BC. See, even though it is in which direction, similarity you have to understand in a proper way. Here, I can't take straight away. This is equal to this. I can't take like that. The angle which is opposite to 90 degrees is similar to the angle opposite to 90 degrees in the another triangle. Like that, you have to take the corresponding sides. Then only you can get the proper ratios. Is it clear?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yeah. Now, what is the last theorem remaining? The last theorem of this topic. I can say that is the converse of the Pythagoras theorem. I can say that is the converse of the Pythagoras theorem. So it looks like little funny. Sorry, this is also one way we can able to prove the theorems. There is no triangle. We are going to imagine one construct a separate triangle and we are going to prove the Pythagoras theorem converse from that. First of all, we will see the statement of the converse of the Pythagoras theorem. So last theorem, theorem number 12 according to our count, but in case of syllabus it is the 12th one. In a triangle, if the square of one side is equal to the sum of the squares on the other two sides, the angle opposite to the first side is a right angle. So you have to prove sum of the two sides of a triangle is equal to third side, then it is a right angle triangle. In a triangle, if square of one side is equal to the sum of the squares of the squares of the other two sides. Then the angle opposite, then the angle opposite the first side is a right angle. Opposite to the first side is a right angle. Is it clear what I'm saying, guys? So it's like converse of Pythagoras theorem only, no? So what is the given data? Suppose if I'm taking a triangle ABC, I don't know whether it's right triangle or not. I'm taking AC is one side and remaining two sides are AB and BC. So what is the given here? The square of one side, that is AC square. Sorry, I'm taking BC is the corresponding. Wait, here. I'm taking the triangle is like this: A, B, C, and this is a triangle in such a way. BC is one side. My BC is one side. The square of the BC will be equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two sides, AC square plus AB square. This is given. Is it clear what is the given data? Students, is it clear what is the given? This is only the given. And what you have to prove? Harita, what you have to prove? The angle which is opposite to that first side. The angle opposite
First side.
is right angle. So what is the angle opposite to the first side? Angle A is equal to 90 degrees. That I have to prove. Construction. I am taking a triangle. Construct a triangle PQR in such a way angle P is equal to 90 degrees. That means I am taking a right angle. Angle P is 90 degrees. I am taking a compass and I am cutting from P. PQ is exactly equal to AB. So from P to Q, this is exactly equal to AB. And this point I am mentioning as Q. And I am taking PR is equal to AC. And exactly I am cutting, this length is AC. This is my PR. And I am joining the R and Q. I don't know what is the QR length, but I'm taking the triangle in such a way my PQ is equal to AB and PR is equal to AC, and I'm joining the PQR points. Understand, guys, what is my construction? The construction is very much crucial here. Got it? What is my construction?
Yes.
So if I'm applying the Pythagoras theorem to the PQR, what I will get? Need to prove. Proof. Apply the Pythagoras theorem. Apply the Pythagoras theorem to triangle PQR. What I will get if I am applying the Pythagoras theorem to triangle PQR? Guys, please, if I am applying the Pythagoras theorem, what I will get here? Because I already constructed the right angle triangle with the lengths of AB and AC. With the lengths of AB and AC, I construct the right angle triangle. But I don't know whether my BC is equal to QR or not. But AB is equal to PQ, AC is equal to PR. So QR square will be equal to PQ square plus PR square. So I am constructing in such a way, from construction, PQ is equal to AB, PR is equal to AC. If I'm replacing with these values, the above statement, if I'm replacing with these values, then QR square will be equal to AB square plus AC square. Is it clear, guys, how I got AB square plus AC square? Since this step you can write in this bracket. Is it clear? Is this step clear? But from the given data, AB square plus AC square is equal to BC square. This is given. So if I'm equating these two equations, what I will get? BC square is equal to QR square. From here I can say BC is equal to QR. BC is equal to QR. So I can able to prove these two triangles are from triangle ABC and triangle PQR. AB is equal to PQ. AC is equal to PR. This is from construction. And BC is equal to QR. Proved above. So what I can prove here? I can say from the above statements, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. What criterion? SSS rule of congruency. So from here, angle A is equal to angle P. Corresponding parts of congruent triangle. I constructed the triangle like angle P is equal to angle 90 degrees. So since angle P is equal to 90 degrees from construction. So what I can conclude here? If one side square is equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two sides, the angle which is opposite to that first side is 90 degrees, then it is a right angle triangle. If one side of a triangle, one side square of a triangle is equal to sum of the remaining two side square, then the triangle is a right angle triangle. This is the converse of the right angle Pythagoras theorem. This is the end of all our theorems. Our next job is based on the yesterday theorems and today theorems. We have to practice huge number of numericals. Might be tomorrow class and one more class. I am requesting you. If it is not enough, you just let me know. You bring some numericals to me. We will discuss all the numericals. Once you are okay, then only we will move to the next chapter. Is it clear, guys? What I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I can close the class with these three theorems. Shall we start the numericals in the next class based on these three theorems? Yes. Anyone having any doubts can stay back and or you can leave.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.